Hello friends, thanks for watching today. This is Heather Pratt with Thriving with Lyme. Hey, I wanted to do this quick video and I want to touch on a subject that might be touchy for some people, but hear me out, okay? We are going to talk about why the traditional normal vegan diet is not healthy for people who have a chronic disease, okay? And I talk a lot mostly about Lyme disease because Lyme disease can encompass so many other diseases, but this is also information that's for people that are dealing with cancer, that are dealing with diabetes, heart disease, any sort of organ failure or organs not wanting to thrive or work properly, arthritis, what else? Irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease. What else is out there? Multiple sclerosis. I think I said diabetes already. So any of those, anything that's a chronic illness out there, okay? I want to talk about why the traditional vegan diet is not the best diet for you, okay? And so hear me out, please. And I'll tell you why. So, as you probably already know, a vegan diet means that it's all plant-based. Nothing is coming from an animal product. And so that means not even honey, that means not even eggs, that means, of course, not meat or anything like that. It's all plant-based. But that doesn't include, so a lot of vegans do eat, the traditional vegan diet consists of, people do eat a lot of grains and beans and fruits and vegetables, okay? So listen to my words carefully. I said traditional vegan diet, okay? That is the key here. There's a lot of junk food out there. There's a lot of vegan junk food out there that people eat when they're vegan and they think, oh, I'm eating vegan, I'm not eating any meat and I'm not eating any eggs and I'm not eating any animal products, but why do I not feel good or why am I gaining weight? Friends, if you have a chronic disease, you have to take out the inflammatory foods. So that is why I do not suggest a traditional vegan diet, which is full of grains. You can take a regular loaf of bread, white enriched grossness, and that could be vegan if there's no eggs in it, I suppose. But that's not good for you, you guys, okay? Grains, yes, they're vegan, but they're not good for you, okay? They are inflammatory for your body. They are inflammatory. So if your sink in the, let's say, or your bathtub gets clogged, maybe you have, hair that comes out, and over time, you gotta clean out that bathtub. It starts draining really slow. You're taking a shower and like the water is pooling up around your feet and you're like, oh, it's kind of gross, right? It's backing up on you. Anything that gets clogged, okay? So our veins, our arteries, our blood flowing throughout our body, even all the tiny little blood vessels that are going to our muscles, they're going to our brain, they're going to, they're tiny little blood vessels. So not the big ones I'm talking about, well, I'm talking about those, but you see these big veins in your body, but every inch of your body inside of you is covered in tiny, minuscule blood vessels, okay? And if you're eating foods that are inflaming you, causing inflammation in your body, they're getting inflamed, they're getting clogged, you guys, they're getting clogged, and that's making things be really hard to flow in your body, and your body's going to struggle, and your body's going to have extra water weight, and your body's going to be sluggish and not going to feel good. So that is why I do not recommend a traditional, normal, cooked vegan diet for anybody who has inflammation. Now, if you're going to choose to take grains out of the picture, then I support full-heartedly a grain-free, sugar-free, because some vegans eat sugar all the time too. They'll eat like candy bars, and I'm like, how? They're like, oh, it's vegan. No, it's not. I mean, yes, it maybe is, but it's not healthy for you. Just because it's vegan doesn't mean it's healthy. So I want to reiterate that. But if you're choosing to be grain-free, vegan, and you're mostly eating tons of nutrient-dense raw foods, then yeah, that's really good for you. Those aren't going to inflame you, okay, you guys? Take the grains out of your diet. Take the grains out of your diet. Do you hear me? Take the grains out of your diet, people, okay? They are super inflammatory. There was a time when, even when I was eating vegan, I felt like I wasn't quite sold on, this is a few years ago now, wasn't quite sold on the whole, like, yeah, I'm eating gluten-free, but I wasn't quite sold on the whole grains thing, and I didn't know, I just didn't experiment enough with my body. I didn't read enough information, but mostly it was my own feeling in my own body. And I was like, oh, I'm eating gluten-free, so I should be feeling good, but I'm still like struggling. And what am I struggling with? I'm eating a vegan diet. And even though had taken out wheat out of my diet and all gluten products, I was still eating like some rice and corn products, okay, like corn chips were my go-to, and they were like blue corn, organic, non-GMO corn. Well, if you are dealing with a severe disease, a severe chronic disease, like I am dealing with, or I should say was dealing with, it's in remission, but I still have to watch things. I came to the point, the crossroads in my journey with my own health, and hopefully I can help others in this same place. If you're stuck and you're like, I'm eating gluten-free and I'm eating really good, I'm even eating vegan, then I want you to experiment taking out all grains. And I realized that I had to take out, even the corn and the rice, even all the gluten-free grains that were out there. My body just couldn't tolerate them. My body was fighting so hard with the disease in my body that I just had to strip all those out. And that's when like amazing amount of healing happened, when I took all grains out. So you may hear me talk too sometimes about paleo diets. Even though I choose to eat a vegan diet, I think paleo diets still have their place for some people. If that's your choice, it's easier socially maybe to be a paleo diet, but the important thing about it is that it's grain-free. Not just gluten-free, but grain-free, okay? So again, to recap what I was saying, I do not agree that the traditional grain-based vegan diet, cooked vegan diet, is good for people who have a chronic disease, a chronic condition, or something that their body is really fighting for in their life. If you're dealing with that, don't get caught up in that, oh, I'm eating vegan, I should be healthy. It's not true. Okay, go high raw vegan, grain-free vegan, okay? That is where you're going to have like it's going to springboard your healing to another level, okay? You got to get that inflammation down. Also look up other inflammatory foods. You might need to take out nightshades for a while. So look for inflammatory foods, do some muscle testing, and do some research on your own. Listen to your own body is the biggest thing. Have a really clean diet, and then maybe add in some tomatoes. Tomatoes are really good and healthy for you, especially in the raw form. But maybe you're having an issue with them. Maybe your body is not doing well with them and causing inflammation. So have a tomato, see how you feel. If you're sluggish, if you feel like, bloated afterwards from a tomato, then your body is inflamed because of that product. Okay, but for the most sake, most like fresh, alive food, so that's like your raw fruits and vegetables, most of those foods you're not going to get inflamed. So I know everybody's body's different, but those are pretty safe to have. But grains, kick them out the window and you'll start feeling a lot better, okay? And we all want to feel better. And so that's your inspiration for today. Thanks for listening, you guys. I'd love to hear your comments below on what you think about that. What's the best diet for chronic illness? Who do you know that has cured themselves or put themselves into remission, a disease into remission, and what kind of diet did they follow? So yeah, include those comments below and let's start a discussion about this. I'd love to hear your opinion. Whether I agree with it or not, you're welcome to share it. And thanks for watching the Thriving with Lyme, and I hope to bring more valuable information to you very soon. All right, have an awesome day. Love you all. Bye-bye.